This is like the worst crop to grow in the entire world, but it's like, it smells
nice.
so good. So when I make like corsages, I like to take these because you could put a little rose in the middle, and then you take like just one of these blooms and put them on the outside, and it looks so good and it smells so nice. They're just so cute, but you have to start them really early, and it's 110 days to bloom, so you got to start them wicked early, and they have to go out when it's still cold out, like before it stops frosting, for them to get any height on them. And I should have netted them, but a lot of these are branching varieties, which that's not wicked common in stock, but they just smell so good, and so I can't give up on them.
Yeah,
they smell
they do.
so nice.
And are those red ones
Yep.
the same?
Yeah, this whole row is stock. Those ones are antique brown. These ones are marine blue. And then those ones there are apricot. So, yeah, I love them, but they're a wicked pain to grow. And then this is ageratum. And all of this stuff should have been netted, but of course, I didn't.
This is all ageratum?
Yep. Yep, the different colors. And they're really pretty. They do good because they fill up quite a bit of space, and they've got a really nice texture. So they add a good texture to a bouquet. But these are just going to go on the tables. And
Well, you got one that has a variety.
Yeah, those ones are real cool.
Of both colors.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I think that
cool.
as the red ones get old, they kind of fade and turn the blue color. But they're really fun. So, yeah, I've got most everything in. I've got my first round of sunflowers in, and I still have to do more sunflowers, and I've got a couple trays in the back room that need to go in still, but got a few things in anyway.
So this is your flower garden at the early stages, huh?
Yeah. Yep, it needs to be weeded again, but we've got Snapdragons and my lisianthus are over there. I grew those at my house last year because they're like very expensive, and I didn't want to take a chance of having them out in the field, and I'm not going to do this again next year. Next year they're going to go at my house again because they have just taken such a beating out here, and so next year I can't. They're so expensive. I can't like take that chance. You know what I mean?
Is that what these are over here?
Yes, in the first line. There's weeds too, obviously.
Yep.
But these are the lisianthus right here. So that when they come up and they look like roses, but they don't smell like anything. But they get like a bunch of, they're spray flowers, so there's a bunch of stems on them, so you can like take them apart and use them. But once they're in bloom, they're $8 a stem.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's a good buck.
Pricey flower, yeah. Yep. And there's Wilson. They're expensive to start too because they come in as plugs, so they're not grown by seed.
How much are they to get?
So I think that I paid $1.50 a piece for them. So
the markup is pretty good.
Yeah, but you have to think about it, like the amount of time that you have to take care of them. Again, these needed to go out before it was warm. So while it was still cold, they had to come out, and they had to be covered with row cover. You've got to take care of them all summer. So like realistically, the markup is applicable. But it's not like that for all flowers. Obviously, every flower has a different price value. But
Right. That's a pretty good markup, and
is.
most flowers aren't that much.
Nope. No, the closest one, peonies are very expensive, I guess depending, but so I work at Bangalore Floral also, and we charge $8 for one peony, and so those are kind of, but they're something you have to plant in the beginning when you first start because they take so long to produce. It's like you won't get any blooms for like 3 years, and then you only get like 4. So I have plants that have been in the ground for 4 years now, and I only had 4 stems that I was able to pick off them.
Huh.
but they're giant. They're so beautiful. So, but it's one of those things. You have to have the foresight to get them in early, and then you'll be able to harvest off them later, because peonies live for like 90 years or something. Yeah, they're one of the oldest flower, like they live the longest out of all perennials.
And you can pick some off of it?
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, because you see those old farmhouses and they have the whole front's peonies. Those have been there for like 70 years or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really cool though, like, because some perennials like dianthus, they're short-lived perennials, and so they only live for like 2 years, you know? So there's like, and sometimes they reseed and sometimes they don't, but peonies, they grow from a root, so they don't reseed. The roots will spread and they kind of fill in, but they don't move around.
Will they come up, so they'll come up year after year?
Yep.
And what is that called?
Perennial.
Perennial.
Yep.
Okay.
And what I grow in here is annuals. Because we try to like put the perennials into like the, landscaping beds. That way they're, they look nice, but they also like serve a cutting purpose too. Like at my house, I have, I stick a few annuals in, but at my house I mostly have perennials.
You can explain what a perennial and an annual is.
I did. So annuals.
Alright, take it away from your superstar.
Annuals, typically with annuals, you'll start them from seed and they grow that year. They'll bloom all summer. They're like an all summer color. And then in the fall, when it's at frost, they'll die back. And perennials, they only bloom for like a certain period because they use all their energy to produce those blooms, but they usually put on a really good show. But annuals, for whatever reason, they just will bloom all summer long. They keep going and going and going. It's kind of fun. But in warmer climates, Snapdragons are perennials in some places, and also the lisianthus are perennials in some places too.
What's this here?
That's a Costa Snapdragon. Actually, that one might be Madam Butterfly. I got a couple of different varieties, and those are celosia, and those are, you can dry those. So they'll bloom, they get big, and then you can dry them. That variety is called Ruby Parfait.
Ruby Parfait?
Yep. Yep. And then there's flamingo feather. The pink ones are flamingo feather. The brown are terracotta.
This is a flamingo feather.
Nope, that one's terracotta.
Oh, terracotta. Okay.
This one's flamingo feather.
Flamingo feather. Wow.
Yeah. And then these are variegated, and they don't do the spikes like those. These ones will turn into the coxcomb heads, so they look like brains.
Oh.
Yeah, they're really cool. Wicked cool. And then these are gomphrena, which is also good for drying flowers. They're just like little tiny balls. They also are called globe amaranth, and those are also cut and come again, so they get big, and then there's a bunch of branches that come off them. They get, they're really good for drying. They hold their color really well. And then those are asters. And asters are, I love asters. They're one of my favorites.
Yeah, I just got some of those.
Did you?
Did you get a new tattoo?
I did, yeah. I got it done at True North Tattoo in Dover. The guy's name is Corey. He does pretty good work.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, he's done a couple of my tattoos.
When did you get that done?
On Monday. No,
Yeah.
Tuesday. I guess I got it done Tuesday because Sunday was my birthday.
Oh,
So we went
happy
to-
birthday.
Thank you. We went to get tattoos for my birthday because
Nice.
it's like a tradition. We've done it like every year since I turned 18.
Cool.
Yeah. Not that you can tell that, but I like to keep them professional, you know.
Yep.
But it's funny because I kept it professional, and then I was like, you know what? Like, I really want to get my hand done. I have my own business now. I don't need to keep it professional anymore. You know, I'm not going back into the workforce, so it doesn't matter. Because that's how I ended up with a neck tattoo too.
Is that a violet?
Yeah, it's for Violet,
Yeah.
their daughter that died.
Yeah.
My husband got one on his arm, and then Becca got one on her forearm, so the three of us all have matching tattoos.
Oh.
It's fun.